I'll give them a moment to get here, and then we can get started proper. Yep, there's the notification that they're almost here. Thank you. I totally just saw that myself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it didn't ding, how would you know for certain?
I know. It's crazy, right?
It doesn't happen if they don't notify you.
Get a dust can quick.
I do need the guy to drive just a little bit faster so that we can not be interrupted when I get started. Because I know that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that the way it always works?
It is. Which looks like they're pulling up. So I'll be right back.
I know for a fact that I'm going to be interrupted during this. Because my mother is out with some friends right now, and she is probably going to get back during the middle of it and walk in here and be like, "What's up?"
And at
What's up,
that
child's
point,
first and last name and home address?
Huh?
Making a joke about them saying, "What's up, child's first and last name and home address?" So, has anyone else been having an issue where Twitch just won't load the chat window for you?
I have not tried it recently.
Man.
Yes.
There.
I could do it, but that would be so hard.
Okay, hello everyone. Back. Food has arrived. We are here. I hope you're ready for some electric state. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. I don't know where that came from. Just ignore me. I'm sleep deprived.
I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Oh, okay. Good. Yes. So, we're here. Hi. Welcome back. It's great to see you all. I'm glad everyone's feeling well, even myself. My sleep-deprived self. It's been a while. Does anybody want to start with a recap?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get the July recap first. I love it.
Yes. Hi. It's July, and this is July's recap of session 6. Hold on. Sorry. I had something in my throat.
That was
Now I
quite
have
the recap.
Oh my god, I have the fucking hiccups. Can it just stop? Okay. July's recap. Darude Sandstorm is still raging, but not noticeable because we mole people. Cots are comfy for a short term. Unless you're high, then it feels like a cloud. Definitely better than being stuck in a car in a sandstorm. Harvey digs through computers to find maps of town around us. July be following, listening to music. What you doing? I assume that's what July asks. Town is just a shell to hide facility. Like a turtle? Rexinery? ? Took control of Loop Foundation - EU version of Loop that is the janitor for destroyed shit from disaster. Super collider, blah blah blah, blackish water, blah blah, caused illness and death, sci-fi shit. MP4 video file, T/underparty. Oh, T_party, not underparty. Quote, nowhere, quote, text file. Regular files that don't show facility purpose. Nowhere has a password, ? TF, aka the fuck. ? It don't exist, ? Why password, ? He said he's trying to, quote, get a look at the area, quote. Need window, ? No, he says other ways to see. Asked if I want to learn about computers. I get to look at the MP4 file, ! Shows a first-person cam at a house during party. Woot woot. Crowd of young people partying. Obvious Viking robot doing keg stand. Short, dirty blonde-haired girl and tall black girl with afro making out at staircase. Girl holding camera has short blonde hair and cheers on the lesbos. Oh shit, the cops! Everyone scatters and she opens the door to a basement where the camera cuts out. Why is this on a government computer, ? I go find Brindis to ask. She wears smexy outfit and gets embarrassed because she was expecting someone else, but got Ashley instead. They have a deep convo, and then July gets there. Rindis is talking about timelines, ? Not enough time to explain, ? Quote, the future is not yet written, not witnessed through time traveler's perspective, quote. She worked for Loop Foundation, specialized in time and space distortion. She's known Ashley for a long time. She's helped her once before. Deja vu. Ashley was stuck, running around time football track. Ended up back in the start. Time not meant to work in circle. Go forward. She was spinning in a roundabout. Won't make sense to be now, but will later on. Video is an anchor in time, something that marks where time cannot be changed. When you move past it, time becomes malleable. Happened before the, quote, accident, quote, in Stillwater. She explains because July is dumb fuck who doesn't know. The point in time is important because... is important to people I know. Coincidence that I'm traveling with them. She can't explain them to me? Thanks? ? She wants to tell me more, but we don't have time? ? We will be here until the end of the storm, but she seems weird about it. Like confirms, but weird? Rindis asks if she wants to be honest and direct, and then kisses her! July goes along with it. They be interrupted by everyone else, though. Alarms start going off like crazy in the room after Ashley is in the neurocaster for a bit. July reaches for a gun because alarms. They run to the elevator at Rindis's request. The two other scientists turn into robots and go after them. July shoots one. Other comes after us, but Rindis holds it back. As the doors close, the creepy girl with the knife appears. Ashley is traumatized. July disassociates. The end.
That was crazy in depth and so just unhinged at the same time. I love it. Anybody have anything they want to add?
Yeah,
I mean-
Joe's perspective.
Absolutely. And then we'll have Harvey.
Joe had a really, really, really long shower. Binks the cat appeared. She remembered its name this time. Binks brought her a hat that gave her hope, but also a bunch of worry. There's red and brown spots under the hem. She knows that there is initials in the little heart. Joe gets dressed to go find the others. And then a bunch of what July just said happens, because Flippy is actually really, really evil.
Actually, like we didn't know before.
Allegedly. You have no proof.
I mean, the murder bots, but
There was the murder, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, what's a little murder now and then?
Mm-hmm. Maybe Harvey did that, you don't know.
I mean, Harvey did kind of start something. As he and Ashley made a deal with Clippy. For the sake of knowledge sake.
See? Everyone just blame Harvey, it's fine.
I mean, are we really going for, I mean, as long as we make the world a better place, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're human or if you're robot.
What's the cost of one time traveler's life for world peace?
I mean, all they got is time.
Well, she was out of time, remember?
That's correct.
Is there anything else to add for the recap?
I think we're good. We're running toward the elevator.
Elevators, you guys are already up and gone.
Yeah, we're already up and going.
Yeah.
Okay, what's up?
I digitally have that sad face on a monitor.
No, bear with me. I was expecting a little more recap and I took a bite of the food.
That's okay. Did you want me to do my start of session flashback?
Absolutely. And I will flip this to the live screen for the ambiance.
Oh, fun!
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so, wherever they are, whether this be in the elevator or in the car.
You guys are driving currently. You are back on the road and it is raining.
Yeah, so we get the dramatic shot of July just like sitting in the chair, her still hugging her knees and like completely dissociating, looking out the window, raindrops falling down, blah blah blah. And as the raindrops are hitting the window, we get a fade into a flashback. And here it is. This is going to sound so weird because it was written beforehand and I suck at reading things. But here we go. July was only 14, but she moved like she had been taught, like she had always known. The neon lights flickered overhead, casting bruised purples and sickly greens against the mirrored walls of the club. The men watching were just ghosts, glassy-eyed and slack-jawed. Their minds lost in drink or distraction. But one of them was different. He didn't leer or whistle. Instead, he pulled a bulky, visor-like helmet from his lap. A neurocaster. July had never seen one up close before. She had heard about them, whispered about in alleyways and pawn shops, but in her part of town, they were just a rumor, something that belonged to the rich, the lucky, or the doomed. The man rolled up his sleeve, his fingers shaking as he jammed a needle into his arm. His body went slack for a moment, then stiffened as he placed the device over his head. His lips twitched, mouthing something only he could hear. Then his chest rose and never fell again. The flashing strobes made his unmoving form look like it was still trembling, but July knew better. For a moment, the music, the men, the sticky heat of the club all disappeared. All she could see was his rigid body, his fingers twitching against the neurocaster like a puppet with its strings cut. Then the shouting started. Someone laughed, others cursed. The man slumped forward, his drink spilling onto the table, but no one seemed to care. July did. Her stomach clenched as she staggered back, nearly slipping in her heels before turning and running off the stage. The jeering followed her, a mix of confusion and anger. She barely made it past the curtain before a heavy hand grabbed her by the wrist, yanking her back hard enough to make her yelp. Her father's face loomed over her, his breast thick with cheap whiskey and rage. She barely had time to plead before the first hit landed, sending her reeling. "You don't stop," he growled, striking her again, each word punctuated by another blow. "You never stop." The room spun, the neon glow behind him blurring into a sickly smear. As she hit the ground, gasping, she could only see the man's frozen form out of the corner of her eye, the way the neurocaster still flickered, as if part of him was still inside, still trapped. And then we get a fade back into reality. The present.
It has been a few hours since you all left the bunker, and the haboob, the sandstorm, the thing that had trapped you all in the town of Bishop has given way to rain. And there is a heavy, constant trickle against the glass of your Ford camper as whoever is driving stays focused on the road. Occasionally, there's headlights of a car traveling in the opposite direction, or even one taking the second lane to pass you all as you're driving. But we kind of know how July is feeling following all of this, hanging out in the back and disassociating. But what is Harvey, Joe, and Ashley doing? And who's driving?
I think Joe would be driving if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah. Ashley would not be in a state, I don't think.
If Ashley isn't driving, she's still keeping herself busy. I imagine she's sitting in the passenger seat. There is very red-eyed, going over various notes and stuff, and I feel like on the camera she's just kind of like staring at these notes, going through it, writing something down, probably in a mixture of Japanese and English, switching back and forth between them, making it very difficult for anyone else to understand. And as she's doing this, I feel like as the camera just kind of like cuts and it's like focused on her eyes for a minute, or then on this series of notes and her hands just moving, and it keeps cutting to different moments, like memories of the klaxons going off and running in the hallways and banging on the elevator door when Rindis doesn't join them, and it cuts again, and there's still klaxons going off, but it's a different place. She's over the body of someone on the ground in a lab suit, and it cuts back to her. Her eyes just focused on these notes, still writing, and it cuts again to another moment of her running through the halls and getting into someone's way again as klaxons are going off. There's someone dead on the ground again, and it's just this repetitive thing over and over and over again before she just slams this notebook shut, and sits back in the seat.
So I guess Harvey is going to be sitting in the back, consistently replaying the last events of the last day or so, just trying to comprehend everything that has kind of gone on. And each time it plays, you see it go into a rewind effect of it just going on again, just trying to figure everything out. And I guess a soundtrack plays slightly sadder, just slightly happier to brighten the mood in the car.
Eli's just whispering to herself.
What is she whispering?
Just nonsense. It's like mumbling more so.
I bit my lip again and it hurts.
Stop doing that.
I'm not trying to. It's swollen.
I'll try harder not to.
I mean, tears will do that to you, Ashley.
This wasn't in character.
I know, but he was trying to keep you in character.
It is now.
I'm sorry, it hurt.
With the music playing, after a bit, July would just be like, "Can you turn that off?"
Yeah, we'll reach over, just flick it off. And Joe's not letting herself process it, what happened at the moment. She's focusing on driving. She's noticing the reaction of her companions, how Ashley's trying to dive into research something. July's receding into something in her head, and Harvey seems to be repeating himself and again. I feel like she has the time to. It's not her turn. She also feels
Harvey
like she
starts playing "Don't Worry, Be Happy."
Oh, if he starts playing a song, July would like reach over and just like hit wherever the freaking music playing thing is on him. And be like, "I said, keep it off."
I'm just letting y'all vibe, so feel free to RP.
I'm sorry. I figured we needed something to brighten the mood.
There's no way the mood can be brightened right now.
I mean, admittedly, that song's not the happiest song.
How far are we from our next destination?
What even is our next destination?
We had a route planned.
Who remembers where we're going?
I don't fucking remember it.
Oh, we don't have an in-game.
Nah,
note
even
thing.
if you guys don't remember, your characters do. It's okay. I know it's been a while for
Oh,
us.
July doesn't.
Yeah. July definitely doesn't. You guys are looking for the only open border crossing into the Blackwell exclusion zone, and it's going to be cutting through Prim. So right now you have been traveling on the 395, leaving Bishop, going south. You are traveling down the 395, and you will be turning off of it to get onto the Highway 15 before reaching what's left of Los Angeles. But you will be in the thick of the Mojave.
Wait, so for the journey map, real quick, what do I put as next? Just LA or Prim?
Lone Pine would be our next stop.
Is
Yeah,
there...
Lone Pine would be the next town on the way.
Which map would this be? On what page?
Oh, it's at the very end of the PDF.
Very end of the PDF.
Yep, there's also one at the start too.
Is there? Oh yeah, there sure is. It's not a very... I mean, it's kind of the same. It's weird that they put it in
maybe
two places.
pull that stuff up.
It's weird that it's in two places. I had a nickel for every time I had a map of Pacifica. I'd have two nickels.
Page 3.
Just
Which isn't a lot, but
it's weird that I have two maps.
weird that
of
it happened twice.
What? Why can I not zoom in? I want to zoom in.
Have you tried the zoom in button?
Right, you said we were...
So you're going to use the second half of the map, and you will see Bishop, not all the way up north, but it's going to be right along the Blackwell and Pacifica border on the California side on the 395. Is it 3 or 2? I can't zoom in now.
See, Bridgeport, Vining,
395.
Tom's
It is
Place.
395.
Oh, there's Bishop. I see
Yep.
it.
Santa Maria.
Still don't.
It's on the east side of the map.
You say that like I know where east is.
Well, so
It's the opposite of west.
It's California, so it's going to the right.
East is the
I see
direction that the sun
Sacramento.
rises.
Use the second page for the map, not the first page.
Oh, I see.
There's our current section.
Baker's Bridge.
And we've been driving for a
Wait,
couple
this
hours, you said, right?
I'm sorry?
We've been driving for a couple hours, you said?
Yeah, you're going south on the 395.
It's okay. I'm not looking at a map in game, so I don't need to know.
Yeah. But as Joanne had pointed out, Lone Pine would be the next like small town you could stop at. And you guys probably also realize that like you left in the middle of the night, so you haven't really stopped for breakfast yet. And even though it's technically morning, it's still really dark and rainy out.
So...
Where even is our next stop?
Food.
There's a town called Food.
Mm-hmm.
There probably is.
I don't think it's in our way, but
I apologize. What is our... I see Lone Pine. What was the place we were heading for?
Lone Pine.
Okay.
That's the next.
That's the next
town.
town on the route. Where you are heading is Prim. It's the only open border crossing into the Blackwell exclusion zone.
Okay.
It is on the border with Nevada. American health or education at its finest, everybody. Find Nevada on the map.
I
Hey,
see
I know where Nevada
Nevada.
is.
I'm just teasing.
I'm just older and need glasses now to read all this little letters.
You know what the crazy thing about finding Prim on the Nevada side? There's only 2 locations marked on the Blackwell exclusion zone side, so it shouldn't be that hard to find them.
I'm glad you're saying I'm just stupid.
I'm not, I just think it's funny. It's gonna be on the southern side.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
How far are we from Wendover?
From where?
Wendover, Nevada?
Oh, I have no idea.
How about Puckerbush?
God, this is the fucking joke.
This is gonna be the joke. I'm treating that as in character. Y'all need to answer this man.
No idea,
What is
Harvey.
Tucker Bush?
Just weird city names of, in Nevada?
We're not in Nevada, we're in California.
We're heading
and
to
technically
Nevada.
it's Blackwell now.
Blackwell.
Yeah, those places don't exist anymore.
Not since the war.
The Academy.
But the direction we're going, maybe we'll come across them. Anyway,
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
here's Wonderwall. Alright, well, seeing as we're still kind of a ways out, no, there is something I need to do. And I'm going to grab the Stimulus Go, which is the
Neurocaster.
the portable one. The Sunshine Neurocaster I have to like plug into a place. The Go, I don't have to. So I'm gonna take that out and I'm gonna put it on. And all I'm really doing is I probably grab the guitar too, just so I have something to feel.
Real quick, the moment you like pull it out and look like you're about to like put it on, July's like, "Can we not in here
Can we not what?
put that thing on?"
What thing?
The fucking Neurocaster or whatever the goddamn thing's called.
Would you like to step out of the car?
Yeah, actually, I was gonna ask if at the next town you guys could just drop me off because this shit is too fucking crazy for me.
If that's what you want.
So can we just wait until then? I don't want to be around this crazy tech shit.
I take offense.
How are you even alive in this world?
You know, I've wondered the same thing half the time.
Well, no, I have to do this while it's fresh. And I'm going to put the Neurocaster on, and I'm just going to have it set to a closed network. And all I'm really doing is recording memories through the Neurocaster, and it's just going to be a save file of memories with Rendis. And as those memories are being recorded, there's actually starts playing a tune, maybe without even realizing it. And she's going to start singing a song, and she doesn't know the words to this song at all. She doesn't know the meaning of the words because it's in French. She's just heard it before. But she'll sing that song. And as she does it, she just records all these memories of the times she spent with Rindus LaRouche.
July is covering her ears and like gripping onto her hair.
I think I'm gonna need a tension roll from you guys. Let's pull up tension.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do I do that?
Yep. So, you guys should have established a level of tension between yourself and everybody in the group at the start. So,
and then I know me and Ashley had actually dropped one, so now it's 0.
Okay, so July to Ashley is at 0. Is Ashley to July at 0 as well?
Yeah, both of those drop. Oh, here it is, tension.
Okay. Let's see here. Developing your tension. Breeze, follow your dream, blah, 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 blah. No, I want to roll between you guys, not just have it be a thing.
From what I remember, it was... I found some more on 64, too.
That was the one I was looking at. I'm trying to see if this one has anything. Because it's like, it's cool that there's a tension system, but what... Heated arguments should instead lead to increased tension with the other travelers. Okay.
So we're just back to 1?
But what does that mean? So back to 65, I guess, because that wasn't very helpful.
Changing tension. Aside from relieving tension, the tension scores may also be increased or lowered at any time, depending on what happens in game. You can even change tension between sessions if you decide that your traveler has started to think differently about someone, or something has happened off stage. The GM has final say in any tension changes. Tension changes must be reflected in what happens in game. If you have a tension 0 relationship with someone and suddenly start a big argument, it is fine to immediately increase tension. On the flip side, if there is no tension in your interactions with another traveler, the GM may change your tension to 0.
Yeah, but that's still not telling us anything mechanically.
Mechanically, during opposed rolls, between characters with tension, if you have tension, you get more dice.
Okay, so I'm just going to attach an arbitrary number because you guys were having tension.
Yeah, so yes. It would just add 1.
I was going to ask, 60... how much tension do we have before each other? Because when we were having that conversation,
the two of them were at 0. So I did find it, and just to read the thing, effects of tension. Tension makes you try harder when you are in conflict with the other traveler. In any opposed rolls, page 54, against another traveler, no matter what the roll is for, you get a number of bonus dice equal to the tension rating. Oh god, we have to build drama to get more dice. You can also regain lost hope by reducing tension. Okay, so...
Right, but my question is, I don't think I actually... Because I'm me, I don't know if we really discussed what we wrote down. For starting tension,
we did.
We had issues
what it says
with each other.
Yeah, what it says at the start was you guys were supposed to establish tension between each other, and it specifically said that it was like each of the other players, you have a score ranging from 0 to 2. So you guys were supposed to just assign what those numbers were, because it just kind of rises and falls as the story is progressing. So Harvey can establish whatever level of tension he wants with the others, and vice versa. But it has to be between 0 and 2. which July
So
and
you start
Ashley were
at the start of the
0.
game. You have tension 1 towards 1 or 2 other travelers and 0 towards the rest. So July started with tension 1 towards Ashley and Joe, and then it was reduced when Ashley and July had their whole July being high moment. And then I assume, based off of what we're discussing, it would go back up.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
I'm
looking
gonna
at,
say
yeah.
that this goes up by 2 because y'all are about to throw hands. It seems.
I mean, they almost did that at the theme park too.
It's true.
Well, I'm not about to throw hands. What I wanted,
July's
intended,
not either.
yeah, what I,
But the
But-
tension.
yes, the tension goes up.
Yeah.
We
What
we
I
know
was-
we know what players aren't going to do, but y'all have to be in character.
What I was
Yeah.
intending for this to be, at least for Ashley, is to help her. Is to help her process and heal her hope.
Okay. I want you to just understand that I understand what the intention was, but I need you to play out what the scene is. So if your intention was interrupted because July interjected on what you were doing, we need to resolve that and then go from there.
Which is
She continued to say stop playing, and then you guys started discussing. So, like, we're going to step back from the mechanics of trying to fix your hope and get back into the character side of it, where it is, you guys were having this heated discussion because July is not okay with you playing this song and messing with the Neurocaster.
Oh, July's not going to say anything else. She's just covering her ears and not listening.
Okay. So then...
Yeah. So if she's already put it on and started doing that stuff, then she's just...
It sounds like she is. So she's...
Yeah, she's just not...
yeah.
Yeah, she's trying to tune it out. And in the process, digging her nails into her head. Trying to cover her ears.
Jill, Harvey, you guys doing anything while the hope is being restored?
I am going to hit record on Ashley's song.
All right.
See if I can just record it in case she needs it for later.
But you are putting this Neurocaster on, so we need to do some stuff for that too. Because Neurocasters are not safe. There's a whole problem with addiction that is tied to wearing these, even in closed networks. So, because once again, this layout is absolute garbage. This is just a difficulty 1 roll because you are on a closed loop, but you are on a wireless network, which means other things can still get in even though you try to keep the loop closed.
What page is this on?
Great question. I preface this with this layout being hot garbage. So when I find it, I'll let you know.
Here, physical book. All my sticky notes. Damn it.
All the sticky notes. Because it's like the index gives you so many options to look for this stuff, but it just
Not what you're looking for exactly.
not what I'm looking for. And nope, that's just the actual equipment. 92, 91.
You hit shift for too long and turned on sticky keys.
Yeah. So there's a +2 when you're directly linked in, but I want to know about just basic use.
Okay, say
Using a Neurocaster helmet, you can enter the neurographic network of the Neuroscape. The Neurocast can be described in more detail in Chapter 2. Dear God. Here you'll find the rules for neurocasting, which will be very helpful to reach your goal, but also dangerous, as you risk losing yourself in the electric state. Inside the Neuroscape, blah, 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 blah. Neurocasting comes in a range of modes. See the list on 92. There are 3 attributes, each giving you a gear bonus when performing specific actions. Raw computing power of the Neurocaster, usually used when processing large amounts of data. Connect to other systems linked. Neurocaster to present the Neuroscape to the user, and the user is in life thinking and drawing details. So it's probably going to be graphics related. I mean, you're not processing data. Oh no, that's just presenting the Neuroscape to you. Okay, each of the 3 attributes give a bonus. 3 attributes is reduced to 0. Neurocaster is busted, it needs repair. That's not helpful for what I need.
What page are you reading this?
I'm on page 92 and continuing down because it's not providing any helpful information. DM can find tools and guidelines for designing Neuroscapes. That's not helpful.
Finding information, hacking the network. I don't think I'm doing any of those.
Nice, causes you to accumulate points of bliss. Yeah, but that doesn't tell me how she gets bliss.
Interacting with avatars, maybe?
No, you're not really. That's not really what you're doing. Your score equals, because you're just recording something. But I still want there to be danger because you're on an open wireless network.
Might be under finding information.
Well, no, there's a... On 92, there's accumulating bliss. Using neuronics causes you to accumulate points of bliss each time you fail a dice roll inside the Neuroscape before pushing the roll. Your bliss score increases by 1. Pushing the roll carries further risk, as it can also reduce your current hope.
That's what I found too, but I need to know what she's rolling in order to be at risk for that. That's the problem I'm having, is I can't find what I need her to do.
So the 3 things I see that... Hang on. You're fine. The 3 things I see that it at least has listed here is finding information, hacking the network, and interacting with avatars. After that, it just goes into drones.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the second paragraph under accumulating bliss, yes. Specific experiences inside the Neuroscape can also give you bliss. The GM indicates the amount of potential bliss points afflicted. You can then make a wits roll. Each, whatever that symbol means, roll reduces the amount of bliss from the experience by 1.
Alright, so it's probably going to just be the information one. Instead of finding information, you're storing it. So I will need... It's going to be difficulty 1 success. So it's going to be a wits roll in order to record and store this information. You're going to add your Neurocaster's processor attribute as a gear bonus to the roll.
Right. See, I have talent for... is this for accumulating bliss?
No, this is the roll that I asked you to make to record your information.
Yeah.
We're not at accumulating bliss yet. I need you to make the roll before we get to that point.
Oh, I'm just asking.
I know, and I'm just answering.
Because of my talents.
Mm-hmm.
So... would this count as interaction with with an avatar if I'm recording this avatar? Or?
No, hun. I told you we're using the information one. But you're recording information instead of finding it.
Okay. There we go.
Hold on, because it didn't go off on my end. There we go. And 1 success. Okay, so I'm going to say you're not in any danger then. There was a section on time passing because doing stuff in here. Typically, each dice roll information inside her. It's one stretch of time. However, if the roll fails, blah 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 blah. Okay, so you're going to be busy doing this for a while. What I will say is, Joe, while you are driving, and everybody else in the back is either listening to the music or trying very hard not to listen to the music, you see up ahead there is a flickering neon sign. It looks like several of the bulbs are out. There's like the neon lettering, and then there's light bulbs around it to make it like flicker and be noticeable from the road. But there is a sign that says the Flicker and Fade Diner, next exit.
Oh, there's a diner coming up. We could.
You cut out. You said we could.
Oh, we could stop there. Get some.
Yes.
How you holding up, July?
I just
I
want to
don't
leave.
think she's listening to you.
I'm trying not to. My hands don't do a good job of blocking noise.
Well, let's talk and we can focus about something other than. Okay. Do the rest of us know that you want a motorcycle?
I don't own one.
No, that you want one.
Oh, no.
No? Okay.
Yeah, she hasn't said anything about it yet.
Okay, You're traveling as us, but you never really told us what your goals were, July. Do you... Anything you're planning in particular?
I don't know. I just want to get out of here.
Well, the diner's coming up soon. We can pull over and... We're there.
Mm-hmm. We can just talk
Yes,
more when
that's
we're not in a
fine.
confined space.
Yes, that's fine. Head towards the diner.
You're done with your thing, Ashley?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said you're done with your thing.
Am I done with my thing?
Mm-hmm.
That narrow.
Yes. Yes, I'm done.
You can restore 1 hope.
Yay.
And July can lose 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Flicker and Fade is a humble roadside establishment located along this stretch of highway. It's a rare oasis in a world that's grown accustomed to the hum of failing technology and abandoned spaces. Situated on the outskirts of a ghost town, this diner has somehow managed to remain functional thanks to its aging, quirky tech and the ingenuity of its owner. Though most of the surrounding area is filled with crumbling ruins, the Flicker and Fade stands as a comforting, neon-lit beacon though even the neon flickers more than it should. The diner itself is small, and slightly run down, with cracked vinyl booths, a counter full of half-broken monitors and mismatched chairs. It's a strange mix of retro diner and salvage tech. Old jukeboxes sit unused in the corner, occasionally whirring to life when the diner's power surges. A woman greets you from behind the counter. She says her name is Maeve, and she's the owner. She runs the place like it's still the heyday of diners, though she's learned to adapt to the oddities of fading technology. Welcome to the Flicker and Fade. I'm guessing y'all want a booth?
Where's
Yes, ma'am.
the bathroom?
It's gonna be just around the corner there to the right. It's
Okay.
gender neutral, so you don't have to worry about picking a sign,
You guys already had in there.
All right then.
Is there a outlet?
When you ask about the outlet, you see the lights kind of brighten up, like there was a sudden surge of electricity, and she says, well, power bill don't pay for itself, so if you're paying, you can use it. Figure feeding you with some jewels is just as good as feeding them with some stew, right?
I mean, I kind of like some pie.
I can feed you both, as long as you're paying.
How much
3.14.
for? How much for use of an outlet, and how much for some food?
Reckon cost will be the same once we're all said and done. Go ahead and take a booth. I'll bring you some menus.
Thank you kindly.
I'll be back. I would have to head the head too. Joe's gonna head up to the washroom after July.
Heads to the washroom.
Does the bathrooms have stalls, or is it just like one of those where it's just like the one?
It's got stalls.
Okay. Well, July's in a stall.
Hey, July?
Yeah.
I know you want to go, but you should come have a meal with us. I'll pay for it.
Yeah, I'll be out in a second. You hear like fumbling in her bag.
What you looking for?
Hold on, I'm getting a phone call in head. Sorry.
We'll transition back to the main diner. For those in the main diner, the diner is divided into several booths, each lit by buzzing neon lights that change color erratically. One booth, the lights flicker to blue. In another, they turn red for no reason at all. These booths seem to have some kind of connection to the strange power surges that happen around the diner, and some of the other patrons claim that sitting in certain booths can give them visions or insights into the past. The booths themselves hum quietly with the occasional odd electrical spark. Each booth has a distinct vibe, with some offering peaceful relaxation and others stirring up strange, unsettling feelings.
Can I choose one at random?
I don't know, can you?
I mean, that's...
That was my answer. Can you?
I'm going to choose a random booth and a random outlet.
And what random color do you select as well?
Periwinkle?
There is, in fact, a periwinkle one. There's an outlet underneath, and there's also nearby an old, barely functional holographic TV. It's currently looping visuals ranging from static to distorted old shows. Occasionally, it glitches into seemingly normal broadcasts showing news updates or public service messages.
Can I take my time to try to fix it? Or
Yeah.
improve it?
Well, you're at a booth now, but if you wanted to get up and go tinker with it, you certainly could.
Oh, I thought it was at the booth.
Mm-mm.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go tinker with it.
What's Ashley doing while Harvey wanders off to go mess with...
When I get the menu, I'm gonna kind of glance up at the matron. I'm sorry, what was your name, ma'am?
Maeve.
Maeve, pleasure to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley. At a looking through the menu, is there specific things here, or do I just kind of make stuff up?
Well, it mostly says the Maeve special, and then a number of typical diner food assortments.
What's the Maeve special?
Well, today, it's gonna be, and she named something off because I didn't prepare
Okay.
this in time.
How much for that?
How much you got?
I've got a little bit on me. I can cover some of us at least.
Seems folk only have a little bit these days. Well,
Hard to come by. Know any places to make some extra money?
why, you a mercenary or something?
Not a mercenary, but I used to do music and work with tech, so
That why your little
If you'd
robot friend is tinkering with the holo TV?
I am so sorry about that. And I get up and I go to stop him. Harvey, we should really ask for permission before we touch anything.
It's broke. I want to fix it.
Yeah, give me a roll to try and fix it, Harvey. You're already there, you might as well finish.
Well, I guess, I just get the general 6, because I don't have... Because I can't use data miner or hacker.
Nope, sure can't.
I don't think that's one of those things, so...
No, you're in hardware, not software.
I believe that's 1 success. Wait.
I didn't see anything roll. Am I
It
crazy?
says... Oh, it says
There
rolling.
it is. Nope, it showed up now. Okay. I see no successes. Would you like to push?
Sure, we'll push.
Alright, looks like you can re-roll all of them.
Alrighty then. It's gonna be so funny if I break it.
No, you got 2 successes there. So I would say you have the opposite effect. It actually turns out pretty well for you. Let's see what happens when you fix it. Okay. When you start to mess with the Holo TV system, do you have tools?
I'm back.
Welcome back. Do you have tools, Harvey?
Thank you.
I don't really have tools. I mean, I have my fingers.
All right, so
Basically,
you've been twisting the knobs and jiggling the wires, and you give it one good whap on top of the box. And it looks like you might have hit it a little too hard and potentially broken something. As Ashley walks over, trying to steer you away from it, but then that whap kind of clears the static, and the hollow projection puts forward an image, and the image shows only for you, Harvey. For everyone else, it seems a little distorted, but you end up seeing Clippy. And Clippy looks up at you and says, "Hi, friend."
hello there.
And this is all in a little speech bubble, of course, appearing over their head. And it says, "Wanted to thank you for letting me out. It was real nice of you. I've been learning so much."
And what assistance have we done?
You let me out. That's all I wanted.
I know.
We had
What
a
have we
deal
learned?
after all. Don't worry about that. I'm here to reward you. I've been trying to reach you for a while, and you just happened to get on this network.
Are you following us?
I'm always with you, friend. I'm always right where you need me to be, to help you and answer questions when you need it, aside from the one you just asked. So,
Yeah.
I said I had a present for you. Do you want to know what it is?
I mean, curiosity killed the cat.
Good thing I bought you a dog.
Oh, really?
No, I don't have money. But you know who does have money?
I would love to know who has money.
Well, just so happens I might have opened the register for you. If you can get to it, the money in there is yours.
Oh. Well, that seems interesting.
Mm-hmm. Always happy to help a friend. And the message flickers and it returns to an old scene of I Love Lucy. And everybody else can see this picture has cleared up. And Ricky is busy scolding Lucy for some get-rich-quick scheme that she had been trying to do. And she kind of looks dejectedly at the camera and shrugs as the ending credits start to play. Maeve looks really surprised. She's like, well, ain't that something? That thing's been on the fritz for damn near 2 years now. You're a handy little guy.
I do what I can, and I kind of back my way toward the register.
I'm real sorry that they did that without asking. I've got a tip for you. I can add a tip onto the here. I just
He just fixed the TV, darling. You don't need to pay me for it.
I will need to pay you for food though.
You sure
While
will.
she's talking about that, I'm going to take what's in the register.
Oh no! Don't interrupt that. We gotta work through him going into the register in the middle of this diner with mini patrons and the two of you standing there. Harvey, you go and you just take the money out of the register while she was talking to the two of you.
Well, no, while she's talking to Ashley,
Mm-hmm.
I said I was kind of backing up toward the register.
Okay.
So while she's distracted, I'm just going to start.
So she's distracted talking to Ashley, and you're going to take the money out of the register.
Yes.
Okay. I like it. I'm just going to roll some things to myself here for a moment. Bear with me.
You're good. I was gonna say, before we get the results of that,
Mm-hmm.
should we do the bathroom?
Yeah, y'all can do the bathroom now, because I dangled this in front of him, so I know full well what the consequences of his actions are.
Yeah.
I know full well about what the consequences of my actions are as well.
I know. That's why it's
Mm-hmm.
fun. I gave you the option, and it may or may not have been a test. You might have passed. Back to the bathroom.
Yeah. Back
Yeah.
to the bathroom.
July says, I'll be out in going back in time a little bit. I'll be out in a second.
You need to talk.
No, it's good. I just need a moment.
I. Sorry, I'm pushy. I saw your reaction.
You're cutting out, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna be pushy. Sorry, I saw your reaction when we were in the elevator, and I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing? You did nothing.
I couldn't stop it, and you saw something horrible in it.
I've seen worse, that's fine.
That doesn't make it better. It doesn't make it okay.
Okay. I just need a moment to myself and I will be okay. I'll be out there. There's more fumbling in the bag.
Yeah, what's in the bag? We never got to answer that.
Oh, I mean, we all know what it is. It's some fucking drugs.
Is it though? Because when you open up the bag and start to fumble, the first thing right on top is a nice leather-bound journal.
Oh, she just unfortunately, as much as I love the plot hook, she pushes past it. She wants her fucking drugs right now. Are they in there?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. She grabs a dose.
Pop that dose.
If there's any conversation in between, then maybe. What was the last thing she said?
That doesn't make it any better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, July just is like, yeah, I know, it's fine. I will be out in a moment. Just give me a second.
I want you to keep traveling with us. I think it's important. And I think you're important too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure. And she's like getting ready to inject herself with said drug.
I don't think that's gonna help. Push things back to Bunny again. It'll be.
You cut off, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I don't think that stuff's gonna help. Back. Falls on you again. much worse. And Joe's gonna start to turn towards the door.
He unfortunately does not listen and is getting high.
Joe's gonna leave the washroom. Come back into the main area.
-1 to each of my stats, and I think didn't we say +2 or 3 hope?
You're gonna get a good boost of hope for a lot of for all the detriment you're taking, so you can put it at the high end. Joanne, as you walk back, you see Harvey with his fingers in an open cash register, as well as one of the other patrons also fully watching this happen from across the diner. Maeve and Ashley are standing near a hollow TV talking, but it's very clear that while the owner's back was turned, the drone had decided it was going to walk back behind the counter and steal from the diner.
Joe's gonna quickly walk over to the register, sitting on the opposite side of the counter, and hiss to Harvey. What the fuck are you doing? Put it back and close the goddamn drawer.
You just see the words on my monitor. Why?
Because it is not yours.
I mean, we could use it.
We will not be stealing.
Cliffy said it was okay.
Joe takes a quick breath. He is wrong. We don't need to make things harder for everyone else. And we sure as fuck don't need to be chased out of this goddamn town. Put it back.
I close the drawer and I pocket whatever I took out.
1 second. You manage to pocket $59 dues directly in front of Joanne.
There we go. Job well done.
A job not well done. Put it back, Harvey. This will cause us more issues in the future. Don't.
I can't get back into the register.
Then just put it underneath the fucking counter.
What under the
I
counter?
make it look like I do put it under the counter, and then just immediately put it back in. Okay, we're good.
Back in the register or back to your pocket?
Back to my pocket. You said to put it on the counter, and I did. Do you notice?
Considering how Joe is watching him at the moment, I think so.
I mean, are you looking at...
Contested roll. Contested. No, wait, add tension and then contested roll.
Okay, tension has definitely already been added.
Yeah, I would say that Joanne, your tension has raised. Your tension towards Harvey has raised to 2, and now I need a contested roll. Harvey, you can either roll to hide it or roll to try and bluff her out, whichever one you feel more capable of. Joanne, whatever your opposing roll to sniff out bullshit. I'm also going to give you an additional bonus dice because you were watching him the entire fucking time, just like many of the other patrons in this absolutely busy diner.
And also the tension as well.
Mm-hmm. I was just saying you have an additional bonus die.
Yeah, just made dice do the 2 tension.
So if I was to try to bluff him, would it be a wits?
I think it does fall under wits because it just those 3 or 4 stats are the blanket. Or no, it would be isn't it empathy?
It would be empathy.
Let's see.
Empathy is your social. Wits is your intelligence.
Yeah. Represents your ability to understand other people and to persuade, charm, or trick them.
Well, you win.
You didn't even roll yet.
I know, let's go for 2 6s.
And
Do you want to push?
Yes, I do.
I mean, alternatively, there's agility.
-1 hope. Well, I told him he had a choice, and he rolled the bluff.
Well, I was
He doesn't
wondering,
get to. He doesn't get to backtrack now that he's rolled.
I mean, agility would have worked out better,
Yeah.
but this is slightly funnier, and if I actually had my wits, I would have had a chance.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
And I
wits.
think you said yes first, and I was like, oh, yay, and then no. But
No,
I can't take
yeah.
back my decision.
so
No,
Black
it
Hunter is
wasn't.
wits.
Wasn't wits. Yeah. So
The dice have spoken.
the dice hath spoken. -1 hope for that one you got there. Well, 1 success definitely beats no successes.
Yep.
Do you want to push?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's some comedic timing right as Joe clearly doesn't believe it, but another patron yells, "Hey, yo, he's stealing!"
She's stealing.
And that's when Maeve finally turns around and sees that Harvey is absolutely behind the counter and is near the register, and she kind of her friendly demeanor is gone, and she says, "The hell you on about, robot? Get from back there. Whatever you took, you best put back."
I walked back from the counter.
Joe's gonna put her hand on Harvey. Put it back.
Head goes down. Fine.
He says,
Do you put it back?
I put it back.
"How much do you put
Several
back?"
guns pop out of Harvey. This is a robbery.
Well, technically I have knives, so I could do the future wrong. Like, this is stabbing.
Yeah, I didn't have Joanne getting stabbed on the bingo cart for tonight.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, but figured it would have been Ashley with the tension in the car.
I put 39 back. And take a 20.
I'm gonna need a roll from you. You have so many eyes on you.
Payment for the TV. Now I put it all
Are they
back.
counting the money? while he was taking it? I'm kidding. Sorry.
That is a valid question, but no, I put it all back.
What was the valid question?
Oh,
Did they
were the
actually
people
count the money?
counting the money while he was pulling it out?
Well, I mean, you have eyes on you, so it's not about counting it.
Yeah.
It's watching you take from the wad and set half of it back. Seeing the money get put back on the counter, Maeve gestures for you to get away from there, and she says, "I don't know what you and your friends are on about, but if you're not ordering something, you're gonna have to leave."
I feel like at this moment, July pops out and she's like, pancakes for everyone!
There's that moment where the camera just kind of like cuts to Ashley and she just has a deadpan, like not staring at anything, just 1,000-yard stare. Why is this my life?
It's the office. Turn to the camera.
Yeah, so got one person trying to steal from the places you haven't gotten any food from yet. Your other friend is getting high in the bathroom.
Hey, she's already gotten high and has popped out and has ordered pancakes for everyone. But she does say, I mean for my group of friends.
Good-
Sorry. And
Good
she
clarification.
Like, says,
I was gonna charge you the whole diner.
yeah, and then she was like, she's like, sorry, you guys, I would love to, but I don't have a lot of money.
Yeah. So
And she like addresses the other
All of
people.
you. Yeah, I feel like Ashley's just gonna be like, everybody, get in the fucking car now.
Not without my
She-
pancakes.
She's going mommy mode finally now that like everybody else is. And she's like, Joe, get them in the car, please.
July, come here. I have some food I can give you in the car. Harvey, merch.
She was like, no, and she like tries to go and sit at like the diner bar. You got any alcohol?
It's a diner, Shug. We ain't got alcohol.
Oh, fuck.
I think your friends said they were leaving.
Then can I get them to go?
July, I'll take care of this. Get in the car, please.
There's always fermented orange juice.
She like pulls out she like reaches into her bag and pulls out some cash and gives it over to Ashley and says, we better get those fucking pancakes.
How much cash are you giving her?
Like $20 probably.
She hands you 2 tens? Or does she hand them in all singles?
Nah, I feel like I was actually thinking she just takes out a $20 bill. She just grabs a bill and just plops it on.
Singles would have
counter.
been more appropriate with the flashback, but okay.
Well, this wasn't from that.
I know, but you established that she was a stripper.
She is, but she got this money from those guys.
Right. She's a prostitute. Oh yeah, she did get paid by them. And drugs. Anyways.
There you go.
Ashley,
And other stuff.
Ashley, you now have $20 to buy pancakes with. Are you buying $20 worth of pancakes?
Yes, and I'm adding $5 as an apology, and I'm saying, and I'm just gonna be like, yes, please, just pancakes for the kids. Oh my fucking god, I'm sorry.
Pancakes for the kids is wild. Okay. Well, that is a shorter rest or stop than I expected, but you all get back onto the road now with pancakes. That's probably a good enough stopping point.
Did I get any hope for us stopping and fixing stuff?
Hmm?
Did I get any hope for
No, you
fixing
didn't. Nope, you sure didn't. In fact, you probably would have if you hadn't upset everybody around you. However, that being said, that's probably a good stopping point because I had prepared this to run a little longer. But now that we're leaving next week,
I don't think we can stay. Dang.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
you can't. The welcome was quickly expired. Thanks, Clippy.
I kind of feel bad.
Nah, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. That's the way this. That's the way the story goes. And look, Clippy gave you a choice, and you decided. And so the story.
That's just the way the Clippy crumbles.
It's just the way the Clippy clips.
Mumbles.
Clips. Anyways, we're not doing experience this time because y'all did it last time, and this wasn't a long enough stop to warrant any kind of level up. You have $20 worth of pancakes and probably like not sausage, but some kind of meat like protein.
Breakfast patty.
Meat like protein shaped into medallion patties that were fried on the grill along with the pancakes.
It's either luncheon meat or spam.
Well, it's meat adjacent. It is meat adjacent.
July scarfing her stuff down.
All right. Well, that's how we're gonna end. Is a very annoyed
And
Ashley
she
and people
gets
eating
into the
pancakes. Well, you're already in the car. We're establishing
Well,
that
I'm
you guys are
saying, like,
leaving.
Yeah, I was saying, just to clarify, she does get into the car and does not stay dropped off in the town.
Yes, I
like
would
she
hope
had
so.
originally stated. Yes.
Yeah. If she wanted to, Joe would try to fight her. Like, no, after what Harvey did for his idiocy.
Well, good game, everybody. That is going to be where we conclude this step for the adventure.
I mean, I was entertained.
I think everybody was entertained. Maybe not Ashley, but all the same. Thank you, everyone, for watching. This has been the Electric State. And maybe, Harvey might get scrapped for parts next episode. Who knows? Stay tuned. Anyways, have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.